One point was demanding around $652,000. Stormy Daniels' side was saying they thought it should be closer to $600,000. As I said, we got these communications straight from Stormy Daniels' lawyer. After speaking with Stormy Daniels herself, there was no hacking involved. We did.
Picture this. It's 2016 all over again. Trump's on the campaign trail, Stormy's on the front page, and hush money is in the air. But this isn't a flashback, folks. This is happening right now in 2023. Rachel Maddow's got the story, and it's wilder than a roller coaster ride at Mar-a-Lago. Buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to take you on a journey through Trump's latest attempt to buy silence. Did you hear about the time Trump paid Stormy Daniels to remain silent? Are you ready for this? Again, he's doing it. It seems like our beloved orange turd has no idea what he's doing. Imagine a 77-year-old ex-president whose behavior is reminiscent of a child endlessly reaching into a cookie jar. Only this time, the jar represents a legal nightmare. Would you want to go on a little trip down memory lane with me? To silence Stormy Daniels on their alleged affair, Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer, paid her $130,000 in 2016. Like, Trump disputed everything faster than you can say kafif.
Now, you might recall Donald Trump paid adult film actress Stormy Daniels, you see there, $130,000 to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
The catch, though, is this. Trump got away with it all, while Cohen went to jail, nearly there. In 2023, Donnie Diapers is in the middle of a criminal investigation into the hush money payment and the falsification of company documents. By now, you'd think he'd know better, wouldn't you? Myth busted! Rachel Maddow dropped the news that Trump is once again attempting to censor Stormy Daniels. Seeing this is like sitting through a poorly received sequel that no one wanted.
20 days, here it is, 20 days before this election. We can report that he is once again trying to pay Stormy Daniels to be quiet.
Donald Trump stars in Hush Money 2, Electric Boogaloo as a man whose indecision is unending. I suppose you have to give him props for being consistent. Unlike the average person, our grumpy Trumpy would do his best to avoid doing anything that could land him in jail again. That's what makes him unique. According to Maddow's investigation, Trump's team made a fresh offer to Daniels. In order to get her to sign a new non-disclosure agreement, they threatened to waive the $650,000 in legal fees that she owes Trump.
If Stormy Daniels signs an agreement right now to not talk about Trump, to not talk about having sex with him before, which is what we paid her for before.
It's the same as giving someone a free pass out of jail, but with the caveat that they have to go back to jail immediately. Way to go, Trump. What gives Trump the willies when it comes to keeping Daniels silent? For the life of him, what does she know about him that would make him tremble in his baggy suits? Could it be his hairstyle? Look at his little hands. On the other hand, it could be something more severe. Many are scratching their heads at the attempt's timing, which occurs just before the 2024 election. The meaty part of Maddow's scoop comes here. Evidently, Trump's staff did more than simply propose to pay for the attorney's expenses. They also threatened Daniels with a financial payment. It's true, everyone. Another hush money payment was attempted by Trump, who is presently facing criminal charges related to hush money payments.
As we all know, Trump was convicted earlier this year, 34 felonies, after he paid Stormy Daniels to be quiet. He paid her 11 days before the 2016 election. She's got the money to pay him off. She does owe him the money. Her lawyers start having a back and forth with Trump's lawyers about finalizing the exact amount of the payment.
The situation is reminiscent of a beware of cat burglar sign being attempted theft by a feline thief. Trump tries to con artist Stormy Daniels just when you thought he couldn't get any dweebier, once again. But the real question is, why is he so worried that she might say something? With that said, let's dissect the most recent episode of The Desperate and the Delusional, which features our beloved orange turd. There was a significant amount of money that Stormy Daniels owed Trump in legal fees. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, folks. Donnie Diapers wasn't just using this money to buy more spray tan. I mean, come on, most people would pocket the cash and disappear, wouldn't they? Unlike our grumpy Trumpy, though. He spotted a chance to do double duty, collect his money, and permanently silence Stormy. He seems to have been working on a new game show concept, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and sign a gag order. The Trump campaign began to play hardball with Stormy, asking an exorbitant $652,000. However, it was not acceptable to Stormy's side. They estimated that the total should be closer to $600,000.
One point was demanding landing around $652,000. Stormy Daniels' side was saying they thought it should be closer to $600,000. Trump's lawyer basically offered to take it off the bottom line. They would pretend that Stormy Daniels owed less money to Trump.
The situation is reminiscent of a childish dispute over a larger slice of cake, only instead of cake, it consists of legal documents and dashed aspirations. Finally, after what seemed like an endless game of ping pong with heaps of cash, they agreed to 627,025s. They did in fact bargain over 25 cents. I suppose every cent matters when you're confronted with as many legal bills as Trump. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. In an email, Trump's attorney offered a settlement of $635,000, but Stormy would have to sign a new non-disclosure agreement to finalize the deal. It's the equivalent of giving someone a cookie with the stipulation that they keep quiet about the time you peed your pants in 3rd grade. This is not to say that Stormy's lawyer was born yesterday.
Just days away from the 2024 election, Rachel Maddow has brand new reporting that Donald Trump has once again been trying to make a deal to keep Stormy Daniels quiet.
They want to cut some sort of deal where they silence you. In the midst of this negotiation over paying off the last legal settlement between them,
his reaction to the deceitful non-disclosure agreement was quicker than Trump grabbing a bucket of KFC. Stormy was told by him, "There's no way. I can't let you do that." If the devil had unattractive hair and little hands, he might have been shielding her from signing her soul away to him.
They want to cut some kind of deal where they silence you.
Don't they know that won't work?
It's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen.
as I said, we got these communications straight from Stormy Daniels' lawyer. After speaking with Stormy Daniels herself, there was no hacking involved.
Even though Stormy's lips aren't sealed, Trump's anxiety level is through the sky. Could she possibly reveal some shocking information that would make him rush to silence her? Depending on her words in the future, the 2024 election could be decided by her. The fact that Trump enjoys stifling female voices is well known. He's like a toddler attempting to stifle a tantrum when told it's time for bed, only he uses lawyers and money instead of his ears. But what gives him the willies when it comes to Stormy Daniels? She's hardly the only lady he's attempted to silence. Perhaps it's due to the fact that she has more scum on him than a pig stuck in mud. Everyone needs to admit it. Even Trump's legal expenditures haven't kept up with his fear of Stormy, and that is a significant statement. It's as if he's engaged in a game of whack-a-mole, only that the moles are ladies who keep showing up with tales about his little hands. Stormy too. The mole that won't stay down is she. This latest effort to silence Stormy has arrived at a time that is as subtle as Trump's spray tan. His perspiration level is higher than that of a snowman in Florida as the 2024 election draws near, as if Stormy possesses a magical wand that might transform his MAGA hats into dunce caps, as if it were his imagination. Oh no, that's exactly how they appear right now. Now for the exciting part. According to experts, Stormy's voice is more important than ever before. It's as if she had a megaphone, and each time Trump endeavors to silence her, the volume is further amplified. According to one political expert, Daniels' testimony could undermine Trump's credibility and campaign efforts, just in case Trump still had some credibility to lose. It took less time for that ship to hit an iceberg and sink than it took to yell, "Cough F." And get ready, MAGA hats, because we might be in for more. Subtly but surely, Stormy has been dropping indications that she has more dirt on Trump than a construction site vacuum. If Trump is failing in her game of "I know something you don't know," then she must be doing something right, very poorly. Also, Stormy's statements and testimony had a lot of weight. It seems like every time she speaks, she bursts Trump's lie balloon. Paw at a time. Another falsehood about Trump has been exposed. His efforts to silence her are understandable. Her current tactics may convince him to withdraw from the contest for president. Trump may find that it is more difficult than he anticipated to silence Stormy. Algorithms are more useful than duct tape, though. What if Trump, ever the grouch, has discovered a method to muzzle his detractors on the internet even more than he muzzles Putin? The internet appears to be our beloved orange turtle's potential playground, folks. When I say playground, what I really mean is an area where he can bully anyone who challenges him. Stormy Daniels asserts that her social media following plummeted at the same rate as Trump's support ratings following her statement telling Trump to dispose of his non-disclosure agreement in an inappropriate manner. I understand your thought process now. But wait, isn't Trump banned from most social media platforms? That being said, it doesn't imply he can't continue to bounce about like a child in a bouncy castle. As far as Stormy is concerned, some kind of artificial throttling or false mentions has reduced her reputation online. Someone is deleting her postings like they're playing whack-a-mole, only with delete buttons instead of mallets. You guys are about to witness the most intriguing part though. The revelation that Maddow dropped would have even Michael Bay envious. It would appear that Stormy isn't the sole individual experiencing the digital pinch. Someone else who was against Trump's hush-hush documents is now echoing the same sentiment. Their posts vanish into thin air as if they've been sucked into a social media Bermuda Triangle. Yes, I am no tech expert, but even I can see that manipulating someone's internet persona is more of a challenge than just describing kafef. Not like Trump can wave his little hands and make his tweets disappear. Is that even possible? Is there an underground group of hackers doing their best day and night to censor anyone who speaks out against Trump? On the other hand, might this be yet another hoax concocted by the same people who brought us "the election was stolen"? Maddow and her team of super sleuths are currently investigating this digital dumpster fire, employing a wide array of sophisticated strategies and approaches. It's as if they're engaged in an online version of hide and seek, only instead of locating actual individuals, they're scouring the web for throttled accounts and missing tweets. Now we come to the million-dollar question: is there proof of a concerted attempt to censor Trump detractors on social media? Alternately, is this just going off the rails again when Trump isn't gushing over his golf game or his very stable genius intellect, as is well known? He isn't exactly a supporter of free speech, but tampering with algorithms used by social media, for someone who believes windmills cause cancer, that seems a little too technologically advanced.